Hello, hello, hello. Hey, baby. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Some of you is going to be morning. Some of you is going to be like 12 noon. Okay? So, enjoy your breakfast, enjoy your lunch, have yourself a protein shake, do something, but be happy. It's actually cloudy today. Like, I keep thinking, I should have walked today. Tuesdays is normally my day off from walking, but I should have walked today because it looks like it's not crazy out there. Now my hair's crazy. You see all this going on? I don't even know. I don't know. Hey Tosh, good to see ya. Tosh is on here. Oh, they didn't take off my Market America stuff. Okay, well, let's start with that. I normally have something saved for when I do Molly's Moments with Jesus. But, but, last thing I did on Market America. So, in the pinned comments, just so you know, if you want to explore the products, there's a link. If you want to explore the opportunity, there's a link. Really, I'd rather you talk to me and not explore anything. That's just how I roll. But I'm just saying. That's just me. So, all right, I gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb because you know somebody gonna disturb me. They've been disturbing me. Is it Muggy Lee? I haven't stepped out there. So, yeah. Yesterday was really muggy too. Like it was only in the like high 70s, but I swear it felt like it was more like 90. And I sweated. I sweated like it was 102. Let's just be honest about that. So yeah, so 100%. So, okay. So guys, let's start. Let's start with that. Let's start with me because you know it is my live. So we're gonna start with me. Okay, start with me. Like it was my 2 week weigh-in. I lost another 1.6 pounds, which that brings me to 31.6. 31.6 pounds. 31. Can I just say, when you're a fatty and you got a lot of weight to lose, that kind of thing, and yeah, stop. I can say that. It's me. I can say that. So when you got a lot of weight to lose, you're like, oh my gosh. It's really, really funny. It's really, really funny. You know how when you just want to know if it's making a difference. Again, I said this. I am 6 foot tall. There is a lot of women here, and like, you know, I don't notice it. Like I keep like getting back on the scale like 4 times because I'm like, why aren't I seeing it or whatever? So I went in and I put on or attempted to put on a pair of capris that were a size smaller because I am that girl. I am that girl who's got like I swear to you, I have got like 3 to 4 sizes smaller because I'm always saying for my whole life that I'm determined I'm going to get into them, right? So I sat there and I looked at them and said, does this righteously look like it would go over my butt? That Will it go over my butt? And I thought, well, maybe. And I thought, okay, I'm going to lock myself in the walk-in closet, which is pretty big. I have a nice size walk-in closet. It's like my favorite thing in the house. I can be myself. I can hide from the blind guy. I can try on things and then come out and look at them and go, ooh, or oh, okay, that's not so bad. So here's the deal. I got them up. I got them buttoned. I got them zipped. Now, in my defense, they are still snugger than I like them. But in January, and matter of fact, February, when I was going to Miami for the leadership conference, okay, I wanted to take them. And I was just disheartened that I could not even get them up above my fat fanny, okay? So my mama used to say that word fanny, my fat fanny, right? I could not. So I got them up, right up, just saying. And it was a good, so yeah, so they're a size smaller. So even on tall people, I've always heard it 20 to 25 pounds, it should be a size smaller. So I said, okay, I got this. So I got them on. So I'm hoping by the time Greensboro and Icon gets here, I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable in them, which kind of encourages me to go out and keep walking and keep doing the Go Trim Thin and keep doing the protein shakes and keep eating better 80% of the time. This is a journey, guys. This is a story. Hey, Steph. I see you on there. If you could learn to turn off the lights, it would be great. Bib, are you judging me? Sorry, Bib. Sorry, Bib. Next time you want to find me, Bib, I'm going to be hiding around the corner. You're not going to be able to find me. That's right. Just remember that, and I'm going to remind you of this moment. I was busy, Bib. I was going and getting stuff. Oh, my gosh. No, Tosh, we did not say we were going to keep getting early morning texts. I know I got to get up tomorrow morning and go, oh, no. I'll get up at 6 and go pee, right? Don't tell Tasha that, because she will be like, are you peeing yet? And she will text me. It's okay to get up at 6 and go to pee, but nobody need to be talking to me or texting me. Just saying, I'm not that person. I need you. Tasha, I'm not that. Don't give me that. Don't give me that frustrated looking up in the air emoji. Tasha, how can we be the same, but in some ways so not be the same? Just saying. Oh my gosh. Hi, Raj. Good to see you, baby. Glad you were here. Okay, so anyways. Yes, and Roger, hey, that picture that you put up of you smiling, I really like that picture. You put it up. Roger, you always so positive. You're always telling people to have a good day, and most of the time you saying that I ain't having a good day, and then suddenly I feel like I gotta have a good day. So all good. So I love that. Tasha, you will get verbally abused. You just need to stop. After 8 is okay, because that's when you hear from me, when I am on the trail, when I am on the lose this part of my body trail. Yes. So 31.6 pounds. Feeling good. Can I just get a little bit serious for a moment? Feeling really, really good. If you are somebody and you happen across this live stream while it's live or the replay, I need you to know you can feel good. Hey, Deb, good to see you, babe. You can feel good. But for the first time, rather than a fad diet, rather than pills that are going to give me all kinds of side effects, or, maybe people are getting shots, whatever that looks like, I'm not even really just talking about the Go Trim Thin that I'm taking. That has really helped me with my cravings. That has helped me with eating less, but being able to let me let me eat what I want. See, I was that person who always used to think I had to give up everything I liked, everything. And the truth of the matter is, you don't. You don't have to do that. But what happens is when you start feeling better and you add better things into your life, whether that's walking or more vegetables or maybe not eating yourself into oblivion where you feel like you can't get off the couch, whatever that looks like, I believe that when you give yourself a chance to feel better and you do it right, I think that it really does become a lifestyle. It does. And because look, I still make the cake and I still eat the cake. I do. I make the pie. I make the pasta. I still eat the pasta. Now I do eat a protein pasta now because I don't like the way regular pasta, probably all the crap they put in it, I don't like the way it makes me feel after I eat it. But the truth of the matter is, the truth, that you can make small changes, not all at once, and you can be better. And this is what my story is becoming on this story. Um, I know that there are people who fight with their health and their weight all the time. And they really would like to be better. They try to tell you that they're okay with it. And the truth of the matter is, I know that because I was that person too, that I just felt like I've just got to deal with who I am and where I am, and I've got to figure out the way to be happy with it. I would put myself in pictures anyways, even though I didn't like what I saw, because like it or not, I had to view who I was and what my body was. And this is not about loving myself or not loving myself. There is a difference. Well, Molly, you have to love yourself where you're at. You're 100% right. But if you are really loving yourself where you're at, I've learned that I need to do better for my body. This body is going to break down on me, and I am 62 years old. It is going to break down on me if I did not start taking care of it. Hey, Gwenda, good to see you, hon. So that's what I've done. See, people believe that this is all just about me joining another company and getting people to buy the products. And no, no, no. See, here's the truth. I don't want you buying these products, these supplements, these protein and protein drinks, whatever. I don't want you doing any of that if you don't have a real goal to be better. Because there's nothing I'm going to offer you that it's going to be, I'll do it today, but I won't do it tomorrow. I'll do it this week. I'm not going to do it next week. Now, I'm not saying you can't fall off the wagon. But in this case, when you fall off the wagon, you start feeling like you just absolutely took a nosedive off the wagon and you start feeling bad again. This is not supplementing your body and doing better. It's a lifestyle change. And I know I've heard it all my life. But see, when I was hearing it, I was watching the persons. I was watching the persons, whatever that is. I was watching people in my life hit the gym every day, 2 hours, hit the weights every day, 2 hours, eat like a bird, only salads, this and that. And it did not even look attractive. Like legit, I thought, I'm going to have to stay unhealthy and fat because I don't want to do all of that. And I don't want to stop eating. In walked Dr. D into my life. One of the first people I met in Market America. And you've heard this story, but I'm going to tell it again. Because one day you're going to hear it and really hear it. I would say, I really do need to make time for doing some sort of exercise, walking or something, but between door dashing and, working my businesses and, life and this and that and on and everything I have to do. I said, I don't have an hour to walk. I don't have 15 minutes to walk. And she says, why are you thinking that you have to go out and do that? She says, Molly, go out and walk for 10 minutes. Walk for 15 minutes. Just do that. Because that is better than nothing. You have started something and you have started a habit. Just do that. I'm not sleeping good, Dr. D. Take the magnesium, Molly. Take it in the morning. Take it at night. It's going to turn your switches in your body off and on the way they should be, and you will sleep better than you ever have. And then, of course, she turned me on to the Bliss gummies that we have, and I was like, Lord, put that, and I'm just sleeping like a baby now. I take both of those. Matter of fact, we were out of them last night. I was losing my mind. Like, took my magnesium. Hey, Deborah, taking my magnesium, but didn't have that. So what I'm telling you is, everything that you ever knew, stop. If that's what's stopping you. Look, I had a real problem with eating at night. I had a real problem with mindless eating, just sitting at a desk and eating. Sitting in my chair at night at 10 o'clock and eating. I wasn't hungry. I was just simply eating. Oh, I'm emailing. I need to eat. Oh, doing this. I need to eat. I ate when I was happy. I ate when I was sad. I ate when I was mad. I ate when I wasn't anything. When I was anxious, it was my go-to thing, but I wasn't matching it with what I was doing. And then when they came out with the Go, Trim, Slim, and Thin, and I realized that what was messed up again was my gut, GLP-1. GLP-1 was messed up. My own personal. We aren't talking about all these shots and stuff, so get off of that. That is all just synthetic stuff that you're shooting into your body. I don't care. You're never going to admit to me it's okay. I don't care if you're losing weight. It's okay. I have read the side effects. I have read what could happen. And I am the creature that if it could happen, it probably will happen to me. So it's never going to be me. You get to choose. It's okay. I do too. And I choose healthy. I choose that God gave me my own natural GLP-1. And it's up to me to try to restart it. And that is what I did. That is what I did. So, Tasha, I'm going to hurt you when I see you. I'm going to hurt you bad, girl. You and Lee need to quit having these conversations right now. I'm trying to talk to people. Oh my gosh. It is ordered. It is. Because I was like losing my mind. I thought, oh, I'm going to sleep good tonight. Oh my gosh, it's bad. Okay, so, do you see how a new story is developing here with me? Because this is what this is about. This is about things we don't understand because we can't quite see the story yet. Now, I don't know how this story ends. And I am praying to God and keeping myself committed that it is going to end in success and the fact that I am better and that I will be healthier and that it's a shame I couldn't have figured this out 30 years ago. But if God gives me 20 years, if he gives me 15, if he lets me live to be 100, maybe I just want to show him that I am a little more grateful now and a lot more smarter, I think. I think I'm a little bit smarter to know that it's not about perfection, but it is about trying to do better every single day. And I do fail on days and I don't do well. But I'm so far into the new routine now that I like what's happening. I like that I could add an extra half mile to my walk. And now I am walking for like 46 minutes. I think was yesterday's time. 46 minutes. All I'm doing is walking. I'm not speed walking. I am not running. I am not a runner. I am not a speed walker. And if you see me running, again, run too. Something's after me. Something's coming for me. I'm scared. I'm running. Otherwise, ain't gonna be happening. But walking is one of the best things for you. I put on music. I put on my podcast. Sometimes I take footage and I will videotape, and things will pop in my mind, and I'll realize that the sky is blue and natural vitamin D is wonderful, and I will sweat horribly, and then I walk in the house and I collapse in the chair and I go, oh my gosh, I did it again. I did it again. It's no different than business or wanting to get better at cooking or wanting to learn how to do some new hobby. You're never going to start out just being wonderful. But with practice and doing something enough and staying faithful to it, it can happen. It can happen. I got a long way to go. Guys, I legit, I want to lose 105 pounds. I've got 75 basically more to go. I don't look at it like that. I hate it when I actually go, oh God, it was 100 pounds. No, I look at it 5 pounds at a time. That's how I tackle. Because when Dr. D told me that whole thing with 15 minutes, go walk for 10 minutes, go walk for 15 minutes, I realized that sometimes looking at a big hairy goal of wanting to walk for 45 minutes, which I could not see myself doing at first, and wanting to lose weight, that big, it's too big. But when I break it down into bite-sized pieces, suddenly it looks very doable. This isn't anything different than what I've ever told anybody who's followed me about business. Everybody sees a title. Everybody sees an incentive. Everybody sees something that they want to meet. And a lot of times you're not going to reach it. Not in the time that you want to. But the truth of the matter is, when you're working towards anything, at the end of the time frame you've given yourself, if you've done that, you may not have hit the pinnacle of that title. You may not have earned that award. You may not have gotten that incentive, but you should be able to look back at your business or your life or your health or whatever you're working on and go, but daggone, look at how I've grown. Look at how my business has grown. Look at the boxes that I stepped out of trying to accomplish something. And I may not have gotten there, but I'm a whole lot closer than I was. Or maybe I'm a whole lot more confident than I was. And in the midst of all that, there is a story that you are creating. I keep thinking, Tasha, I'm going to use you here, and I did not tell Tasha I was going to do this. I don't know if she's still on or not, but I did not know Tasha when she was 80 pounds heavier. I did not. I didn't know her, didn't know who she was, didn't know who her husband was then, didn't know any of that. And for a year, she used our protein shakes. And she substituted a meal, her lunch, for that. And gradually she started walking, and eventually she was running. And she was doing all this, and I'm sure that, some of the reasons are that she wanted to be healthier for her kids. She probably didn't like the way that she was feeling. Personally, I can't believe I'm going to compliment her. Oh my gosh, because I try hard not to do that. But I look at the pictures of her 80 pounds ago, and I just think she was beautiful. Either way. But the one thing that I noticed about the pictures 80 pounds ago, is there, she didn't, I look, she didn't have the confidence that she has now in her pictures and in her life and the way she comes at me, okay? 80 pounds ago, she may not have been so confident to come at me, right? Right? She may not have, but now, girlfriend come at me like a lion, okay? She is not scared of Mama Molly at all. She's just like, she come for me, right? She come for me. But during that year, do you honestly think that she knew that she was going to have a story to tell? This is where I'm going with this. Right now, she had not joined Market America. She was simply using the products. She was simply loved the products and was following Dr. D. And now, here she comes. And she has got such a powerful freaking story. A story that, again, I hate to admit for obvious reasons, but I can go back and I can look at her posts and it inspires me. Now, look, she's a lot younger than me, okay? All right, she is. But she decided she was worth it. And she decided that she was going to stick with it. And in the midst of doing all this in a year, here she comes. She joins Market America. She joins Team Phoenix Rising. Didn't even know what she was getting into then, that's for sure. And I'm not reading your comments, Tasha, so just stop. I'm not reading them. And all of a sudden, the story had already been born. She just had not picked up the book yet and read it herself. And now she's sharing that story, that book, with everybody. About the fact that here I was a mom, I was a wife, I work too. My life is crazy, taking my kids to sports events, doing this, doing that. But she had to decide that she was going to start filling her own cup up and creating her own story. Not a story that I believe that she was looking technically to share, but she wanted her story to end differently, I believe. And I'm putting words in her mouth right now, but I'm just saying, it's a beautiful thing. Now I did not know either until recently following her. It's amazing what you find out about people. Look, we connect on so many ways, Tasha and I love that, because when you find people who are then, on the same path as you on a lot of different areas, but you connect with them personally, it is a beautiful thing. She gets on my nerves sometimes, okay? Just especially when she texts me early in the morning. I don't know what's wrong with this child, but she does. But anyways, I do. I connect with her. And I just think to myself, I go back and I look at her posts. I go back and I think, Molly, when you feel like you can't, yes, you can. Her story of wanting to be better in her marriage, because when you're not confident in yourself, I don't care what you say, it affects you. It affects you. It affects your relationships. You don't want it to. You're trying to act like everything's okay, but it does. She decided to change how she was writing her story. And we all get to choose that. We all get to choose the story we decide to write. Now, I need you to think about this. Like, I did not know that she had lost her dad. It broke my heart. Not because I had that relationship with my dad. I wish I had. But I didn't. But it was still painful when I lost my dad, because I was mourning what I didn't have. But when I lost my mom, I lost my world at the time. And that sticks with me, right? So all of a sudden you see all these stories. I remember when I lost my mom, me thinking nothing good will ever come. There's nothing about this. Everybody can quit telling me that it's God's will, that it's this, that it's that. Don't even want to think about it. I can remember When I got pregnant and I wasn't married and I was getting ready to break up with my ex-husband before we even got married, right? Like I was, and then this happened, and yet having Earl made me grow up. It was me and little Earl against the world. I'll never forget it. Like for years, until Anthony came along 7 years later. Yes, I was married, but I didn't really feel like he was like in the marriage with me. And again, let's not beat him up. He's a good guy. He just probably maybe wouldn't have married me. Maybe, I don't know. We're not even going to get in all that. I'm not a psychologist, but tried to make that work for 17 years and it didn't. But listen to me, those 17 years, I did not know that was creating another chapter of my story. When all of that happened and I was so broken from the divorce, I was so broken from being a failure as a mom. I was the first person in my family to ever go through a divorce. So talk about like, hey, I hold that record. Here I am. Yeah, that was me. Nobody was okay with it. They all said, "Oh, it's okay. We get it." They didn't. They would have preferred me to go back, live in that. And I just decided one day enough was enough, and I didn't, right? But it took the life that I had away. It took the comfort away. I walked away from my home. I walked away from the pool. I walked away from, I worked, but now I was going to have to work twice as hard, and I knew that. I had to then start holding down 2 and 3 jobs, and was always raising the kids on my own, but being able to move in underneath my brother and sister-in-law, I knew that if I wasn't there, they were okay. You know, all of this, you all remember me sharing with you tossing newspapers in the middle of the freaking night. Are you kidding me? 2 nights a week, I went out, I tossed papers from 12 midnight until 5 in the morning, and then came home and started my day. I mean, when you think about stuff like this, and I remember talking to God many times thinking, are you kidding me? Like, what in the world do you have for me? And I can't be an example to anybody. I can't, none of this. Like, I don't get it. Like, where in the world, like, save me from my bad decisions. But see, we get free will. We get to choose. Now, I obviously did not choose great, but I have to believe that even if it wasn't the best choice for me, God decided he was going to use it. He was going to use it with, hey, Coco, if you guys have not gone back and watched our live from yesterday, you need to do that. You need to do that. Coco is just, she's amazing. I know I'm squirreling here, but I can't help it because I saw her name. And Coco, thank you for the stars. You don't have to send me stars. I love you. But her story is amazing too, so everybody should follow her because she's a great follower, and she's got chickens. It's one of the reasons I follow her. I like to watch about her chickens. Yeah, 100%. Love it. Anyways, I'm squirreling. So God decided to use that because, you know, when I used to do calls before there was Facebook Live, and everybody would get on with the Friday night calls, Lee would play music, you know, all of that. And maybe because I wasn't sitting here face to face talking to myself, I could just simply talk, and I would talk about how life is hard. Don't tell me about life being hard. Don't tell me that you can't get through it. Don't tell me what you can do and can't do, because I have lived it. Don't tell me about divorce. I've lived it. Don't tell me about your parents dying. I lost mine when I was 16. Don't tell me about a dad or a man who didn't love you. Every man in my life, I felt like for the longest time, I was not lovable or something, because nothing was ever good. I was not good enough. I had a story to tell. I decided what my narrative was going to be. Until one day I decided no more. I decided what the story was going to be, and God decided that no matter what it was, if I let him, that he would use the story. In Isaiah 63:7, it says, I will tell about the Lord's kindness and praise him for everything he has done. I will praise the Lord for the many good things he has given us and for his goodness to the people of Israel. He has shown great mercy to us and has been very kind to us. I have to tell you something. There's so many stories that I have not told, that when I go back and I think about those stories, I think, I can't believe that I'm still here to even talk. Like, decisions I made, can't believe that I made it to having little Earl. Are you kidding? Like, I was not just a hot mess in, when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I was trying to look for approval in all the places I could. I just wanted everybody to tell me it was okay, that I was good enough, that it was great. And I find that when people find that out about you, that you need that, they use that. People can use that. Not everybody. Let's be clear. Not everybody. But people can use that. You run across, they tell you how great you are and it's all good, but yet in the same boat, why do they think you're great? Because you are exactly where they want you? That as long as you don't stray from where they want you, as long as you keep doing the things you should be doing, as long as you show up for them, you are righteous, you are great, we love you. And the moment you don't, you figure out right away then that you were only good enough as long as you were where they wanted you. Or how about this one? When you outshine somebody, you're not even trying to. You just doing you. I was making a reel, I haven't posted it yet, that on one of my walks, we have beautiful, beautiful magnolia trees in our subdivision here. And I'm walking the path, and some of them are blooming, and they're blooming up at the top, and some aren't. And there's this one tree I kept walking past every single day, right? Every single day. And I would look, and it had this one bloom that was like, it wasn't fully bloomed. It was just like, you could see it. Like it needed to bloom. And if it would just go ahead and bloom, it would have been this big, beautiful white magnolia in the midst of all this dark green. And I remember sitting there willing it to bloom, thinking, don't do this. Don't wait for the other blooms. Don't wait for everybody else. God has given that bloom the opportunity to open up and to show its beauty, because maybe God wanted me to see that one bloom sitting there, because I'm the person who I'm like, no, don't celebrate me. Don't celebrate me. Don't do that. Here, let me give you 4 other people you can celebrate. Makes me uncomfortable. It's like you're really happy that people want to, but you're always worried about the people around you, that if they're not being celebrated, you feel like you can't. I'm that person, seriously. I will celebrate my team, but I won't celebrate me. I won't celebrate me. I will celebrate everybody else from every other company, from every other thing. It doesn't matter who. I will. Man, I am gonna raise you up, and I'm gonna let everybody get to know you. I am. But when people want to start talking about me and something I've accomplished, or something they love me for, if you get to know me, you will notice that I am really good at making a joke about it. I don't know. Have you ever noticed that with me? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Somebody can go, I'm so proud of you. And I'll be like, Lee said to me the other day, baby, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. Like, you, every morning I wake up, you are gone. You are walking. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I know I'm getting up walking, because I know if I wait any later, I'm going to die. I'm going to die in the heat, right? Like, I am the person who I don't know how to accept that, dang girl, you've done well. You know, it's, Lee's always like, stop it, say thank you. And I'll go, thank you. You know, I'm that I am. Is that a flaw with me? Probably. But it's part of what makes me me, because I am better as a cheerleader than I am being cheered. And I'm okay with that, because I'm always scared that it's going to take the spotlight off of somebody that I feel like, for whatever they're missing in their life, may need that spotlight more than me. Even though I try to praise, you know, it's a weird thing with me. It's a weird thing. But I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that's something I struggle with. I struggled with wanting to put anything out about me losing weight when it first started. Because my repetition was, before I started these products, was just putting it back on. My repetition was figuring out this is a lifestyle change, and Molly, you can do this for the rest of your life. And I didn't want to share, because I thought, nope, because they're going to see me in 4 months and I'm going to be blown completely back up again, because I just gave up, because I couldn't do what I thought I had to do. Yeah, Tosh, or I'll get the text. I know. Guys, through your losses, through your failures, through your successes, God is making a story out of all of those things. You choose whether you let somebody else read it. God keeps giving me chapters. Chapters of loving people who are not easy to love. And I got a lot of those. Chapters of showing grace when I really don't feel like they deserve it sometimes. But he says, I don't care what you feel like, you show them grace. Honesty. Even when you don't agree with what they say. Do you know that sometimes when you don't say something, you're really saying something? Do you know that sometimes when you sit and you just, have you ever listened to somebody talk about somebody, and I mean just righteously, and you're like, oh, I don't believe that, but I'm not going to say anything. And you don't say anything, and do you know that person walks away from you thinking that you agree with them? Yeah. Sometimes saying nothing, you've already said it. But then you'll willingly take that story, and you will take it and share it with other people and talk about how bad the person is who just said that. Let's be honest. Let's talk about, you cannot believe she said that, but yet you didn't stand up for it right then. When Lee came into my life, my family was not a fan. Let me be clear. Most of them are still not a fan of Mr. Bibb. And that is because Lee just speaks truth. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to see it the way he does. But my family has just never been a family that, you know what, that you get to have an opinion without half of the family getting mad at you. And then the other half talks about you, right? I'm used to that, so it's okay. It's like what I've been raised in. Love them all, but you know, Lee comes in and he's like, no, wait a minute, that ain't right. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. And he starts asking questions, or they're telling him, and I'm like, what do you think you're going to tell him? And he's just going to sit there? He's not that person. And some people have learned, and some people haven't learned. He will never just bring stuff up, but if you won't bring it up, he's going to tell you, right? So I love that about him, and sometimes I hate that about him, because sometimes I just want him to hear me, and I don't want him to speak. So now he says, tell me, is this a moment you want me to speak, or do you want me to tell you what I think? I have to really think about that sometimes. because sometimes I already know what he's going to say to me. And he's not wrong. It's just sometimes I'm not ready to hear it. I need you to remember that bad things that have happened to you, good things that have happened to you, hard times, hard relationships, all of it. It's all part of your story. You have a story to tell. You know, thinking back over years and years, and you reflect over the times that I have been mad at God for things, but what I didn't realize is God got me through it. I probably could have picked a better way to do it, but he walked with me through it. I'm still here. That's how I know it. Sometimes it was an illness or healing, you know, cancer. That was another one. God, what are you doing? I don't understand. Why would you allow this? You know, are you going to take me out of here? Are you done with me? And yet that whole thing with that cancer experience in the middle of COVID, that was such a story. That was such a story in the end. It was a story during it. It was a season of prayer like I've never prayed before. It was a season of people showing up for me. It was a season of me learning a lot about myself and my mortality. And the fact that even if God said, nope, it's time for you to come home, that's exactly right. See, home. That is my final destination, home with Jesus. This is temporary. And yes, while I'm here, I want to live the best life I can. I do. I owe it to myself and I owe it to God to be healthier. I should have gotten it sooner, but I'm trying. And I'm doing my best. And I am trying to stay on task. And I am trying to share it with others so they can find the same. I believe that when there's been a bad relationship, you can learn from that, or you can unpack in the anger. I could have decided when I divorced my ex-husband that I never wanted anything to do with him again. I could have trashed him to everybody. I could have stayed angry. I could have said all men are horrible. I don't ever want anything to do with this again. I can't believe this is what God wanted for me. But I found out very quickly that unpacking in something that was not going to serve anyone well, especially my kids, it wasn't the way I needed to go. Now, he was very angry at me too, and he had to get through stuff in his own time. But for me, I remember telling my boys consistently, I know you don't feel like you have a relationship with your dad, but he's your only dad. And you need to figure out what about him you can love. You're now going to have to rebuild a relationship with him. And when they were younger, they didn't get it. But as they got older, I said, and they would say, I don't understand why he doesn't do this. And I don't understand why he doesn't do that. And I said, because you're expecting him to be the person you are. And you've got to stop that. You've got to love him for what you can love him for. Quit setting yourself up with your big expectations and decide how you feel love from him, whatever that is. Maybe with him, he loves to do stuff for them. He loves to show up. He loves to tell stories. For me, I had to remember that without him, I don't have Earl and Anthony. Without that, I don't have Skylar. I don't have Camden. God used the story to bring some wonderful things. But when we get so caught up on the bad stuff that happens in the moment, you know, it's even like people quitting business. Let's be honest. You can treat this one of two ways. Sometimes we stay in something so long because we're scared to move from it. It's all we've ever known, right? Bad marriages, bad businesses, bad friendships, all of the stuff, right? Sometimes you do that. But sometimes sometimes it's the grass is always greener and you just keep moving, you're jumping. There really is no reason, except the reason is you just didn't want to put the work into it. I've seen it both ways. I was the opposite side when I chose to when Avon and I parted ways. I had put probably much longer in that by more than a year that I should have probably started doing something sooner. But you know what? I have to believe in other ways. No, I just kept pushing. I just kept saying, I know this is going to change. I know this is going to get better. I'm all open for change. I always have. I've helped thousands upon thousands of representatives be okay with change, and we've always figured it out, but something felt different. So in doing research of so many other things, think about this. God said, I'm going to use this. He used that journey. Here I am in another company. They appreciate me. They give me what I need to be successful and to help other people find their success. But at the same time, you'll have people who will come into this because of what they came from, and they'll go, oh my gosh, this is too hard. This is too much to learn. This is that. In reality, I'm thinking to myself, really? Like, do you really want to build something? Do you really want to be better? Do you want to have a new story? Or is it just easier to sit in the old story? You're welcome to stay in the old story. Maybe God is using the old story, but not when you complain about it 24/7. I don't get that. That's just me. That was me. It's like every day I felt like I was finding something I didn't like. Every day I was miserable with my ex-husband. Every day I thought, I cannot believe here I am. I'm trying to make myself happy. It's how I was in business. It's how I was. And the story is, you've got to decide you're going to jump. You've got to decide you're going to move. You've got to decide you want more. If you don't like your story, change your freaking story. He can still use the bad parts, but change your freaking story. That's all. Change the direction. Because nothing's changing when you don't change, y'all. Nothing. He gives you the choice. You keep waiting for him to change you. Oh, he can change your heart. He can change. But see, you always think your plan is better. I'm gonna wait 6 more months, and then maybe something will change. You need to be the change. And let God use the story and stop being so scared. You may not recognize God or people showing up. Some of you get mad because I talk about my journey so much and my shift over from Avon to Market America. Why is she on there talking about it again? Why doesn't she leave it alone? You know why? Because it's my story. It's my story. And it had massive impact on me in my life. And at first, the impact was all negative. And I had to start looking at it differently. I had to start looking at it from God's perspective, that he could use it, that he could use this. Now, with my ex-husband, it's hindsight now. But here's the deal. My ex-husband and I get along fine now. No, we're not besties, and we never will be. But we realize what we have in common, and his wife is a gem. I love her. I never thought it would be that way. For a really long time. I didn't. And I had to let God move, but as I was letting him move, I had to be the bigger person. I had to be the bigger person. I had to let him show me how the story could look. Your story is important, and I believe my stories are important. I try to be brave, and I try to speak out even when people don't like it. I do. I keep talking about my health journey now. Guys, I have to. It's the current story. It's the current temperature. And it is exciting to know that so many people feel like once they hit 50, once they hit 40, once they hit 60, that's it. This is as good as it gets. Just deal with it till you draw your next breath. No, that's wrong. It doesn't have to be that way. You do not have to have a story of whatever happens, happens. You can have a story that says, The shift may have only been for 10 years, for 5 years, for 20 years, but boy, wasn't it the best shift of my life. Wasn't it amazing? I am working towards the amazing. I am working towards the better. Some of you are looking for me to fall down. That's okay. I will. Here's the part you always forget. I get back up. And I will. Here's really the part you forget. You can get back up too. So if you think you've done something and you possibly couldn't be better, I'm here to tell you, yes you can. Yes you can. God did not produce a quitter. He didn't. He didn't. You are better than you're giving yourself credit for, and God is there. Ask Him. Be brave enough to say, God, show me. I'm going to be open. I don't know what you want for me. You know my finances, Lord. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm unhappy. You know what's wrong. But God, I need you to help me to be brave. Help me to want to do better, and not just to want to take the steps to do it. One step at a time. 5 minutes, go walk. 15, go walk. I'm always sick. Take a supplement that'll do something for you. I always feel horrible after I eat. Change your diet. I don't like the way my family treats me. Put in boundaries. Didn't say it was going to be comfortable, but if you do it, then you don't have to deal with it. I hear people all the time and read it all the time talking on Facebook, talking about the friend who treats them that. The friend who does this. Your friends should not be treating you like a piece of trash. Your friend should not be the one who is always pushing you down. Your friend should not be the one who speaks of you unkindly. Your family should neither. I'm not saying you can control it, but you better figure out who you're going to love from over there in order for you to be better. Because I got news for you. The only person you're responsible for is you. You are the only one that you have the power to change. When your kids are young, you can help direct them in the right paths to do the right things. But I got news for y'all. Once they hit a certain age, if you didn't start it when they were younger, now all you can do is pray for them. Pray for them that they will see the errors of their ways. I've been there, I've been there, I've been there. This is where it's at. Stop thinking. Remember the story, and then we're gonna end after this. Molly, I've asked God. Molly, I've done this. Molly, I've told God, I need change. I need change. I need to be saved. Help me, help me, help me. No different. Remember the story? Here's a flood. Flood's going, boy. The dam broke. And oh my gosh, the water's just coming in through the house. Boy, this guy doesn't know what he's going to do. And he's praying, God, I know you're going to save me. God, please save me, God. Please, I don't want to drown here. He's up on his roof, got his doggy with him, right? And you know what? Like, here comes a boat. Here comes a boat. Boat comes, sees him up on his roof, goes, hey man, come on, let's go. He said, come on down here, get you in the boat, we'll get you to safety. He goes, nope. I'm waiting for God. God's going to move. It's okay. Go ahead. God's got this. Okay, he does that. All of a sudden, here comes the helicopter. Helicopters flying. They are putting down the rope, trying to save people. They see this guy and they're like, hey, bud, hey, come on now. Grab on. We got you. We got your dog. Come on, and we're going to fly you to safety. And he's like, no, I'm good. Me and God talked. He's coming. He's going to save me. And the story is, the floods keep coming. Him and the dog drown. gets to heaven and he says to God, he says, I don't understand. I called for you to save me. I called for you to get me out. I was on the roof. I was waiting for you. And he said, waiting for me? I sent a boat. I sent a helicopter. What more did you need? Sometimes the signs are there right in front of you. I'm unhappy here, Molly. I'm unhappy here. I'm unhappy with that. I don't feel good here. I don't feel good. And yet you are seeing it every single day. There are people who are talking amongst you, live streams, people sharing. Maybe you're in church. Maybe you're listening to podcasts. The help is there. You could move and do something different. You could grab onto that lifeline, but you don't do it because you just think God should wave his magic wand and everything's going to be different and it's going to be a new storybook with a new cover and everything. No, we are responsible for making our stories. We are responsible for taking the moves and opening and walking through the doors that God opens for us. I will tell about the Lord's kindness and praise him for everything he's done. I will praise the Lord for the many good things he has given us and for his goodness to the people of Israel. He has shown great mercy to us and has been very kind to us. I serve a good God. I serve a loving God. Doesn't get any better than him sending his son and him dying on the cross for me, imperfect me who gets it wrong continually. Accepting him as my Lord and Savior has been the one thing that I'm absolutely 100% sure of, that my destination when I draw my last breath is going to be with my Lord and Savior. And my family, who did the same thing. But here's the deal. I've decided that whether it's this year, next year, or 30 years from now, even though he's going to give me a perfect body that I can't even imagine, okay? But when I meet him in my body, I want him to say, well done, Molly. It took you a minute, but you finally figured it out, that you were worth it. That I gave you a body to take care of. And for a while you didn't. But you were still breathing and you started getting it right. Well done. And Molly, you shared their story. You shared the bad, the good, and everything in between. Even in your struggle, Molly, you showed up. I'm hoping then in front of him, I don't make a joke out of it. But if I'm still me, I'm sure I'm going to say, oh, well, Lord, you know, like, I just thought maybe that's what you wanted me to do. I don't know if it helped anyone or not. And he's probably going to be like, Lee, just say thank you. I'm sure. So I hope this has helped you. I hope in some way you've recognized that you have a story. Maybe somebody's telling their story for you to hear. Maybe something's being put right out in front of you so that you will grab a hold of it. Hey, I don't even know if any of it has to do with me. But if it does, I'm here. You need me to pray with you? I'm here. You need me to direct you on something? I'm here. And I think there's a lot more people out there for you too. But you are loved. You are loved, and yeah, I think I should have walked that. Just saying. Oh well. All right, y'all take care of yourself. I will see you next Tuesday. Yeah, I should be here next Tuesday. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Have a great day.